Good afternoon. My name is Lama Perez and I'm owner of the Realty. We have a season coming and we will have a lot of tenants and renters moving to the building Condo way. I know that application practice sometimes can be frustrating. This is why we decided to film this video for you and show you step by step how to fill out application for rental and lease at the Wave condominium. When you start the application process, you need to go to websites that you see on our screen. You have two options. The first option, you would need to start application for residents in the United States, and the second option is for international applicants. Of course, they both applications is pretty much similar, but today we will do international applicant way application. So we will click here apply. The next page that it will take you, as you see here, two links. First link is for purchase, and the second link is for leasing application package. We would have to go to the leasing application package. Okay, the next step, you would input your name, and of course input your email address. We click get started. And it's technically taking you to application when you will have to sign everything electronically. We will close this message. So the easiest way how to do it, you see this green button right here, start. So we click the start. You also can see your pages right here on the side. So we click on start, and it will take it exact items what you would need to put mark, your initial and your signature. So that here you click next. Again, check mark. You put in your unit number. Let's say we're gonna put unit number 1228. The name, you will have to put your name and the phone number and email address again. When you input your email address, of course, you have to click next. And next page that we're right now on the page 4, information pretty much refilled. You just need to put your dates. When is your lease starting date? Let's say will be January 1st, 2019, and your lease end date. Let's say April 1st, 2019. As you remember, minimum amount stay at the Wave condominium, it's 3 months. You click next. It takes you to signature. So when you click on the signature, it's asks you to type your name right here at the box. You just click sign. Your signature automatically will appear on this page, and of course you would need to put today's date. On the next page 6, of course, the unit number is pre-filled. Unit number pre-filled here. You just click next, and the beginning of the lease again, it's asking you a question, and the end of the lease. It's pretty simple. You just need to keep continue, click next. So let's say you have, this is asking you how many people will reside in a unit. Let's say I will reside with my husband, and I will put my husband's name. If you reside by yourself, you just leave your name only. If you reside by yourself with your husband, let's say you have some children, you also put their names on the application. If you don't have anybody else, you just click next. Skipping these lines. Of course, now right now it's asking for signature, and since you already signed your name, you just need to click sign next. Date already should be pre-filled. Next. Well, since you filling application right now, you need to skip all the signature parts, because right now it's required only your signature. So you just skip this part. To the next page. Right now we're And you see what I'm doing? I'm just clicking next. So page number 10 can be complicated because this is technically elevator reservation. You really don't need to reserve elevator right now because you have not been approved by the condo association. In addition, if you're moving into furnished unit, you really don't need the elevator. So this form still needs to be filled out, and I will show you what really to do it. They requested, I would recommend you, they requested to put the date when you moving to the unit. Of course, you will click here, move in. Name of the company. You won't have a name of the company, so you will put just NA, which is unapplicable, not applicable. You put next, name of the residence name, and of course you put your phone number here. Certain information application, it just, sometimes you would think it doesn't make sense, but in order to complete it, you need to really make sure that most of the information is pre-filled. As you see, it's again skip us, it's take us back to the page 8, which we will skip it. The last page on this part of application, it's page number 10. As soon as you sign page number 10, you would need to click on done right here in the right top corner. Yes, and it says you click yes, it's good to go. Trust me, if you forgot some information, application company will contact you and request some documents. Now, it's taking you in the beginning of your application, so you have two options. You would need to actually download this application package that you just signed, and you can actually choose two options: send, which will be sent to your email, or download. You would download to your computer. Please make sure that you send this application to your realtor. So your realtor would need to forward to the owner and landlord for the signature. There are one page that must be signed by the landlord. So let's say we will click send and continue. When you send email, requested to send email, you will receive email from PDF Filer Inc. This is how your email will look like. So what you need to do, you need to scroll down to uploads. You can forward this email to your realtor or landlord, or you can upload file and of course to forward the file to the party that need to sign that one page on application. So now we're moving to part number 2 of application process, which is most important part. As you see, it's when you send the application, it took you back to the beginning of the page. So what you need to do, you see on top you have tabs. The one tab I have my email. The second tab it's actually the page when we initially started the application process. So we complete this leasing application packet. Now we're moving right to the bottom of the page when we need to input your email address again. And we click continue. You would need to, of course, if it's your new application and you're moving in, you would need to start a new application. If you're coming back to applications that you have not finished, you will have your password already. So we will start new application. We will select the password. We select the password, we input password twice, click continue. Okay, now it's asking for at least one number, click continue. So this is the actual electronic application. The first application, it was something that, I'll be honest with you, does not make sense to me, but this is requirement and this is why it has to be completed. So in this application, we're inputting, of course, your name. If you have any initials, you put initials, of course, LP for me. Last 4 digits of your social security number. next, this is your signature, so it's just you need to confirm that your signature, mine will be Lana Perez and initials LP. All these red letters when it says please make sure you fill out the purchase lease application package, which we did, and do not start application until you have all the checklist items. Please don't worry about it. I know you will see these messages a few times in that applications. Please do not worry about it. All what you need to have right now, it's the copy of your driver license or copy of your passport and copy of your executed lease agreement. So let's say we have a copy of the passport and copy of the lease agreement. So we clicking over here, we going next. You inputting, of course, the address of the property. Unit number we put 1228. Rent amount, let's say we're putting $4,000. Desired move-in date. Again, I know you would feel like you have to repeat the same information that you input just 15 minutes ago, but again, this is requirements and we have to follow the steps. Now the next step, it's asking you applicant type. Of course, right now we will fill out the renter or lessee. And again, input your information, the first and last name. If you have any former first or last names, you can input it as well. This is probably considered as a not the mother maiden name. The phone number right here. An email address you already have, your date of birth. Okay, I'll put my date of birth here. So we pre-filled our first page with the names, phone number, email, and your date of birth. Okay. Next, your current address. Of course, if you are in United States, you put in the address in United States. Is not, you put in the country and the email, your address where you're residing right now. Here again, it's asking you again moving in date. This move in date, it's how long you reside at your current address. So let's say you reside 10 years, you know, you need to put probably January 2000. Then we'll let you go to the next page. Now employment status. Employed, your employment information. It will be very easy to register your vehicle right here in the condominium with the management office. So I would just recommend you to skip this process and go to the next page. Emergency contact. Emergency contact, of course, you're putting your friends and your relatives who they can contact if something happened to you. And you put email address
here. You can add extra emergency contact if you have more than one. Now, other questions. Do you have a legal right to be in the United States? You know, it's, of course, you have a visa, probably a tourist visa, or you're a U.S. resident. Have you ever been evicted? You know, of course, you will put no. And do you have commit any crime? I answer no. So this is actually one of the last pages in application when we'll ask you to upload documents. You cannot move to the next page to pay for your application until you upload your executed lease agreement and your copy of your passport. So we upload our copy of our photo ID, driver license, passport, and we upload the lease agreement. All the other items, if you're a married couple, your application will cost you only $150. If you're a single person or you're two people but you're not legally married, it will be $100 per person. It will ask you addendum to lease that is signed by the applicant and the owner. Remember that the first paragraph, first part of the application, when we upload or receive an email with the file that we fill out at the first part, we will have to upload that application file signed by the landlord right over here. So when we usually have landlords sign that pages for application, I'm not uploading them here. I can email them directly to the application department, or you can email to your realtor. You can, if I'm your realtor, Lana Perez, you can email it to me and I will take care of the rest of the process. So also here requirements to submit your copy of your vehicle registration and insurance card. Since we did not fill out that part, as you remember, we will register your car here at the office. You don't need to upload here anything else. So we're gonna move to the next step. It's asking you again to confirm and you yes, continue. This is just a confirmation to run your credit. You click yes, continue, and of course this is you authorize them to run the background check on you. You send authorization. Here you will see pet rules and regulations. You sign it right here. Parcel receipt authorization, so it means if you receive any packages in the building, they will be delivered to concierge desk and you authorize them to receive on your behalf. The pool rules and regulations, of course it's important, you would need to sign pool rules and regulations. Go next. Asking you about the regulation, of course you can read how to use the pool deck and the beach chairs. In our building we do have a wonderful beach services. Of course this is the law, you have to receive disclosures regarding background check investigation, and you authorize the company to run the background check. Are you applying with your spouse? This is the moment when you will have to choose if you by yourself, you're not applying with your spouse. If you're with somebody else, you will have to put somebody else. If you're applying with persons that you're not legally married, you will have to start totally different, separate application. If you're applying with your spouse, of course you will put yes here. So we, in the beginning, it says that we applying with the spouse, and again we putting information and spouse email. So I invite my husband to start an application process. There are also options if you have an extra, additional adults 18 years or older living in the unit or will be living with the unit with you, you can add an adult. And of course by adding it, it will be option to send an email invitation. It actually will be that email with link when they will start to doing an application process. Or if you have a children, you would need to add your children right here. Add the minors, which is under 18 years So right now, it's the last page when we're submitting how many people will be living in the unit. The last page on application, it's the payment information that you need to input your credit card number and the information that's required. Of course, because you're paying just for yourself, it will be $100. When your spouse fill out the application the same way as we did right now, your spouse will pay only $50 because their fee $150 per married couple. If they are additional adults that is not in relationship with you, of course there will be additional $100. Yeah, as you see, I show you how to fill out application on the way condominium if you're planning to come here and rent a unit for a winter or any other seasons. When you will receive the emails confirming that your application was completed, just please make sure that you send your realtor or the management company that is processing your application that page is signed by the owner. Application process usually takes about 2 to 3 business days. Sometimes in the busy season it takes about a week. Of course, and if you have any questions regarding application process, you always can call me. My cell phone number 305-804-6242, or you can go on our website, which is lpglobalrealty.com. Thank you so much, and we are waiting for you on our beautiful condominium. Have a great day.